Hello to whoever's on the other side of the screen. If you're here, you're definitely looking at MBA as an option in your career, and that's exactly what we're here to help you out with. The subjects that are there in an MBA and what you need to know about them. The subject that we'll be covering today as a group will be DMOP, which is Decision Models and Optimization, and what that involves for an MBA student. Well, the first class that we had with our professor, he introduced DMOP to us as a subject that is needed by a manager to become effective in nature. What an effective manager is of course all about his effective decision making skills, and that's exactly what DMOP teaches you. Let's take a look at what my colleagues have to say. The reason you're here watching this video is because each one of you has made the decision to do your MBA, to become effective managers, to be responsible for making decisions, and to ensure that the profits of your company go up. As a manager, you will be expected to think of the company's best interests, and sometimes what may seem the most obvious may not be the actual direction to go in. That is what decision models and optimization aims to teach you. It's not about reading a bunch of papers or academic theories, etc. It's more about applying those academic theories and papers. You will not be expected to know the mathematical rendering of a model. Rather, you would be expected to know the managerial implication that that model has. So let's take a look at the video coming up, and my colleagues will take you through exactly how DMOP is going to help you, what tools you will need to excel at DMOP, and more importantly, what not to be scared of.
We are talking about certain models here which help us take a decision. But why do we need to take a decision? And what all do we need to consider while taking a decision? Every decision is taken by keeping a certain objective in mind. It can be maximizing profit of a particular firm, it can be minimizing cost of a certain process, or anything else that an organization is looking forward to. A decision is generally also bound by certain constraints of an organization. DMOP helps in building this entire objective and constraint relationship through a mathematical model. But why a mathematical model? Can't this relationship be formed intuitively? Can't decisions be taken purely through experience? Yes, they can be, and they do as well. However, they miss the accuracy level that a mathematical model can provide. Since every experience is specific to a particular person, such decisions are debatable. This is why decisions rationalized through mathematical models are preferred in the industry, and processes followed in DMOP are used worldwide to make decisions.
Not good at math? Don't worry. It may seem a little daunting at first, but it really isn't. Most of the heavy lifting is done by tools like Solver and Monte Carlo. You don't need to understand how to do the math, just where and when to use it. The most important skill you will hone here is how to frame the appropriate problem. As long as you have a clear understanding of the desired outcome of your business problem and the constraints that you face, the tools will take care of the rest. The truth is, data and numbers matter in today's complex business scenarios, and DMOP gives you the easiest way to navigate that landscape without a strong math background.
DMOP can be used across different processes and across different functions. Whether it is finance, supply chain, procurement, or manufacturing, we can leverage DMOP to take data-driven decisions and avoid the common fallacies due to dependence on intuition. Moreover, the applicability has improved due to the improvements in information and communication technologies, complemented by the availability of large volume of previously unavailable data. Let's take a simple example of yourself in which you decide to start your own entrepreneurial venture instead of going for an MBA. You offer 3 products and you figure out demands of 3 products in the market. The raw materials used is common across all 3 products but in different proportions, and these products yield different margins for you. How do you go about deciding on how much quantity of each product to produce when there is a cap on the availability of raw materials? Should you simply produce the product with the highest margin? You might be surprised to see some of the results. Sometimes the very obvious is not the most efficient approach in solving a given problem statement. We got really inspired by Professor Anjani Jain, the Senior Associate Dean of Yale School of Management. He emphasized on an intuitive understanding of ideas, not just formalisms or mathematics. For example, in the example that I took earlier, if the demand of products were varying and you were posed with the challenge of deciding on how much products to stock, profitability might be a secondary aspect as you're a new company. You've got to fulfill all demands in order to gain credibility. I really recommend the topic to get inspired. As someone said, the palest ink is stronger than the best memory. Similarly, the trouble with intuition is that we now have a huge pile of research on cognitive biases and related flaws, and to avoid them, we must take data-driven decisions. Thank you.
If you still think that DMOP, decision models and optimization, is not the subject for you from a managerial perspective, we've got some other news for you as well. So DMOP has been used in historically very popular games such as What's Behind the Door, which is also known as the Monte Carlo simulation. Moreover, it's also used to decide how much wine should be grown in a particular vineyard during the year, and many such other very interesting applications. So we hope we've helped you out with your decision. Are you ready for your MBA? More importantly, are you ready for ISB, the Indian School of Business? The Indian School of Business boasts amazing faculty, especially for subjects like decision models and optimization. So this is the school for you. We hope you make your decision soon and apply in the first round, which is coming up on the 15th of October. Thank you.